And the bridge connecting Florida's Pine Island to the mainland has reopened more than a week after Hurricane Ian tore through the southwestern part of the state. CBS News confirms the storm has killed at least 127 people in the U.S.
People were saying, well, you just have to evacuate the island. It's going to take too long to fix this. So we were able to go in 3 days, we restored the bridge. So they're now going to Pine Island, back onto the mainland. Now, of course, the civilians are able to come and go because people don't want to leave their homes. They want to be on their homes. They want to be able to access the island or access the mainland. And so we've been able to do that.
For more on this, let's bring in CBS News correspondent Enrique Acevedo. He is in Fort Myers, effectively the mainland, from some of these islands that have been disconnected from it. Enrique, from your vantage point, how are the recovery efforts unfolding where you are?
Well, Errol, as the energy restoration process moves forward and the water disappears, the damage is even more evident. People are going back into their homes, their businesses, and they're realizing they just not lost the structure, the building, their homes, but what was inside it as well. Close an entire life and the things that come with that life. So articles of basic necessity are not just water and food, also things like diapers and baby formula. Some of the things that people are missing from their regular lives and that they're finding out are just completely disrupted by the storm.
And Enrique, I mean, the challenges are just so daunting. You've been speaking with people on the ground in the area there. What are they telling you?
Well, there's been some sense of normalcy today. Traffic is picking up. Some businesses are reopening, but then you go to the areas that were the hardest hit, and people are still trying to, come to terms with what just happened. We were here in this park earlier, where local charities were trying to give out some of the articles that I was talking about, the basic necessity articles, and we spoke to a local organizer who told us that people really need help even a week after the storm passed.
Day one, we've been seeing a lot of food and a lot of water, but what I realized that once the lights came on, people realized they lost clothes, they needed cleaning supplies.
I see diapers, baby formula.
We go into the trenches. We go where other organizations do not go. We go during the times that other organizations are closed. So what we do is we go and take things to those that are in need, and by doing that, we're seeing that there's a lot of vulnerability.
A lot of vulnerability, and I spoke, Errol, with Ramona earlier today. I asked her if she had heard from federal authorities, from state authorities. There's just 3 blocks away from this point, there's a disaster relief center, and she told me that no one here knew about that, which goes to show you how disconnected some communities might be from the information and from help, which is really just very close by.
Yeah, and it's kind of underscores the point that while there may be a bridge that's physically connecting Pine Island, other folks may be disconnected as far as telecommunications and wireless service as well. Enrique, as you're speaking, we see just people milling about. There was a family behind you with some children. It's interesting, as the person you speak with mentions cleaning supplies that people need, as well as childcare items. What type of assistance are Floridians asking for specifically in the wake of this storm? I would imagine it's items like that and then some.
Well, it varies case to case, to be honest. We spoke with people who were, for example, in Cape Coral. They still, half of them don't have power, around 90,000 clients for FPL in that area. So around 45,000 still don't have power. So that's what they're trying to get at this moment. And then you go to other communities, some low-income neighborhoods around downtown Fort Myers, which is where we are. And they're talking about canned goods and running water, in some cases clothes, because they lost all of their clothes during the storm. So even a week after, we're still seeing that there's a lot of need in this community, but people are coming together to try to address that.
It's good to hear people are coming together, as you say. Enrique Acevedo. Enrique, thank you very much.